Hello everyone, welcome to today's episode of Showcase on Dark Souls 3 in the DLC, and fuck is it cold out here! Wow! You know this place is like snowing? Well, again, I'm used to the snow. Okay, I hope everyone's enjoying the new DLC if you've got it. I certainly have, and I charged through it as fast as I can, and I've already got a handful of weapons. So every day, new DLC weapons, starting with the Millwood Battle Axe. Now, if you probably took the wrong direction while going into DLC, you probably ran into those Millwood guys. Bunch of nerds they are. Weak. So weak. No, I'm just kidding. Sort of. Description of this weapon reads, Battle Axe wielded by the Millwood Knights. Its blade is blessed by the symbol of the ethereal oak. A hefty axe normally wielded by the mightiest of warriors. Alright. The skill is the war cry. But wait. The unique war cry of the Millwood Knights entailed a leap straight forward towards the enemy and a fearsome roar? Wait, what? Okay. Certainly is different, isn't it? Well, visually, it's the style of a battle axe. Now, battle axes are used for many different things in warfare. They are both your tool and your weapon. When you need to chop down some wood to build yourself a little encampment, use your battle axe. If the enemy comes out of those same woods, use your battle axe. So that's why it's actually quite a popular item in warfare. Mind you, the problem with using axes, they're actually quite heavy, and you couldn't normally wield them with one hand without being extremely exhausted very quickly. But oh well, that's not a problem in Dark Souls, now is it? Going on to the stats for the Millwood Battle Axe. Well, physically, you actually got a lot of damage physically. Wow. Like, normally, I guess it is a DLC weapon, and you get it pretty much right out of the gate if you look in the right place. Bonus damage is pretty good as well. You got a little bit more than half. Actually, no, you got just about half of that. Alright. Trivia bonus, you got 1C for strength and an E for dexterity. Not only that, in the trip requirement, you need 15 strength and 10 dexterity to wield this. Not very much. Mind you, where the DLC placed is where it is, if you don't know, it's in roughly the Cathedral of the Deep, so we'll be putting this idea of halfway through a playthrough for its difficulty. And the war cry is 20 FP rough cost, and the weight of 6.5. So far that's like pretty good damn stats. A lot better than many other axes in this game. And that's a good sign that it's better than most weapons. Now, the animations of the Millwood Battle Axe. Well, you got the basic animations for the axe. You know, the single-handed axe set. Now, power attack is a heavy chop into the ground, rather rapid, not too slow. Two-handed basic attack is very heavy chops, also rather rapid, which is nice. That's what I like about these light axes. Two-handed power attack is a very heavy chop, a little bit slower, but a little bit more power, if the witches suggest. Light rolling attack is a very heavy chop to the ground, rather poor range though. And a heavy rolling attack is a very heavy chop, about the same amount of range. Using the weapon in left hand offers no new animations whatsoever, so it really shouldn't be used in left hand. Now for the war cry. Where are we going? Okay. Let's just try that again, that was weird. Okay, we got. Ooh, there's our. Okay, nothing new with that. We all know about the war cry and the single-handed axes, but yeah, that's the special move. Weird. And the sprint attack is very heavy chop to the ground, which is pretty useful if you're not shouting at your opponent. Okay, now when upgrading the Millwood Battle Axe, it takes plain Titanite shards, which is good, because I've used up a lot of my twinkling Titanite. Now, we can see you get quite a bit of damage per upgrade, 10 per bonus, and 13 for base damage. That's a lot, 13 damage. Most weapons only get 10 to 11 if they're lucky. So we can see we get a lot of damage going forward, and it'll be taking it through needing Titanite chunk upgrades. So yes, a lot of damage being outputted. Here we are, Titanite chunk, but the Atreal bonus is not changing, and it has not changed. In fact, it will not change at all. Huh. Weird. Not even a single change. Whatever. This weapon's actually outputting a lot of damage. Let's hope it holds up that end of the bargain. It doesn't keep me from getting killed. Providing I can dodge efficiently. Now, I also got its shield, but the shield's fine. Alright, we got, ooh, a lot of damage. It's beyond 600. Oh, of course I'd miss. Yeah, it's a little bit shorter than a... There's the... Come on, hook. But yeah, the range is a bit shorter than longsword. Okay, with the war crayon, we get about roughly 30-40 more damage points. Yeah, the Fusro Da works in Skyrim, but does not work in Dark Souls. It does not harm your opponents. Actually, does cause Fusro even harm opponents in Skyrim? It's been so long. Well, anyway, it can break furniture. We can confirm that. Fusro Da does in fact break furniture. And another light attack. Can I get through with a heavy attack? No. So the Millwood Battle Axe is no good for getting through shields. But my opponent will keep counterattacking as I ricochet off his shield. Oh well. I'll just cheese it here. There we go. Let's see a critical. It's 140, mine's with the war crayon. Ooh, very powerful. Over 800 damage. Now since I can't get through his shield, I'm not even gonna try getting through the Gorgo's shield. I'll just DPS him to death. There's some Fusro Daws. Get in there. There we go. Nice and quick. Now, against the Black Knight, I don't expect us to do too terribly well. Or, I'm expecting the average line is what I should say. Because some of his weapons certainly is powerful, but it doesn't really stand out as it's being unique from other axes other than that. But that is nice. At least visually, it's also nice. Shout at my opponent's face and just whack him. Okay, he's gonna miss. I'll take advantage of that. Alright, time for the pros and cons of the Millwood Battle Axe, the first DLC weapon. On the pro side, it has fairly solid damage. Fusro Da, that's all I'll say. And it's fairly nimble. Alright, on the con side, well, to be honest, the only major con here is the Fusro Da is awkward to use, unless you use it before battle. And that's the only true con of this weapon. Going on to the score for the Millwood Battle Axe, damage gets 8 out of 10. It was a fairly solid damage, especially when you activate your special move there. I think I've used that joke up now. Reach, 4 to 10. It was slightly shorter than Longsword, as it was evident in a few points of my performance. Animation is a 5 out of 10. Yes, it's not being docked, because again, this is the DLC is found in the middle of the playthrough, so that's what we'll treat this as. And it's the first weapon in the DLC, which has a unique special move. Bonus gets a 7 out of 10. It was a fairly solid bonus. Got a good damage out there, especially if you have a lot of strength. But from that character, I got 50 strength, because that's what's needed to wield every weapon in the game. And I guess say for Misk, 7 out of 10 as well. Why? Because it's the first weapon you find in DLC, and it's plenty powerful. It's not a weak piece of shit. That's important. That's very important. The devs knew it, and that's what they did. They made a not an overpowered weapon, but a fairly solid weapon. So in total, the Millwood Battle Axe gets 31 out of 50, which is exceptional. It's a great start to a great DLC, I hope. So there you have it, starting on a good note. Let's hope it keeps going. And mind you, with some of the weapons I found, it's going to stay that way. I found plenty of weapons already. Where do you think I found 8, though no bosses? Which is strange, how far I've carved into this DLC, but no matter, it'll crop up soon enough. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Stay frosty out there, and take care.